Okay, so we're going to go through what I look for in just a general balance right away. And when we're looking at every horse, it's the same every time. Horse comes in, it's a quick evaluation of the biomechanics, how my horse is built, and I'm going to look at a couple of really quick overviews, okay? First one is, how long is my neck? How long is my back? Okay, no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to look at that immediately. I'll make a mind's eye view of that. I'm also going to look at the size of the foot. I'm going to look at where those front legs are landing. How is my hip sitting? Is my pelvis wanting to do this inside of it? I can imagine that, so I'm just going to get that overview. I'm very careful to see what's pointing. Like, does my horse want to keep one leg forward? Does it want to rest one hind leg? It doesn't mean we're going to give that a total weight, but those are things we're going to look at, okay? Then the next thing is I just want to watch this horse walk down, walk back. We'll do our distance. I'm going to look for an overreach at the walk every time that I watch these horses go. I'm going to watch the hips and I'm going to watch the head as well. And I like to look at those. Those are my 3 indicators at the walk that we're going to follow through with. When Megan returns, we'll do a trot real quick. And on the trot, for an evaluation, I'm going to look at my hip movement and my ear movement. And this is general overview. If you start looking at a bunch of other things, you're not general overview anymore, right? Does that make sense? So 3 things are what we're going to look at the walk and the trot.
From the body worker's perspective, when we're looking at the horse in a general way, it's very similar to what Dr. Chad had just said. We want to look at the horse's proportions and see how the horse stands in general. For me, I look a lot on posture and try to look for areas of the body that have higher peaks or lower valleys. That often tells me where there's a tight spot or a weaker spot that is pulling the body out of a smooth top line profile and underline profile. When I am generally looking at the horse as well, I'll lightly run my hands over the entire surface of the body, just looking to see if I can feel any areas of heat, tension, cold, or anything that feels like it has any movement under the skin, so that the nervous system has some reactivity just in general as I go. It is best if they are standing on all 4s for this, just so that you get a little better picture. And I would do that on both sides of the body for my general impression. Then we'll have the horse move and see if we see anything in general as well. I like to look at the horse in a bit of a box shape. I like to create that shape in my mind's eye so that I can visualize if part of the body is coming outside of that box shape. So I really take that box shape and I put it onto that pelvis all the way down to the front legs. And if you guys do that in your mind's eye, you'll really see that we've got some significant asymmetries and imbalances in this horse that we'll get to in the more detailed portion. But that training your eye to put that box around the horse really gives you a good idea of how to look for things. In my overview at the trot, it would be the same. Oftentimes, horses that have some stiffness, their box will actually get smaller. So they'll have less mobility through their body. And you see that this horse is a good example of that. He actually gets tighter in the trot and his boxes get skinnier.